Today we're going to be reviewing Halloween Ends. Let's go. Greetings everyone! My name is Nightshade. This is the Night Shift, a place where normally we collect all things spooky. However, today we're going to be talking about Halloween Ends. Now, as some of you might know, Michael Myers is my favorite out of all of these slashers. When it comes to Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Ghostface, Michael Myers is my favorite out of all. Michael Myers is my homeboy. Now, Halloween Ends just recently came out to theaters, and to say that it is a divisive film is an understatement. I thought Halloween Kills was pretty divisive, however, this one is through the roof. I've seen people say that this is the worst movie in the franchise, saying that it is garbage, it's worse than Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, it's worse than The Curse of Michael Myers. I've even seen people say that it's worse than Resurrection. However, I've seen people on the other side of the fence say that this is one of the best movies they've ever seen. There are some people that say that this was the perfect ending to the new trilogy that we got. I've even seen someone say that this was their second favorite movie next to the original. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be upfront with you and say that I didn't like it. And if you're one of those people that enjoyed this movie, I'm very glad for you. I really am. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You found enjoyment where I could not. And I tried. I really tried. There are far too many things in this movie that have just killed it for me. Disappointment doesn't even begin to define what I feel about this movie. Like, the directors really just missed the mark on this. This could have been such a solid trilogy. They just do what you were doing. That's all you had to do, just do what you were doing. They had a plan. They had a clear, concise plan, and then COVID happened, and they're like, you know what, let's fuck some shit up. And in my opinion, that's exactly what they did. Like, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, you can tell these guys are fans of the franchise. Like, there are so many Easter eggs in both of those films, and you could tell they're fans. They're fans, which means they know which ones are the shitty movies, which basically was a blueprint to what not to do. So what do? They do all the things wrong. I'm about to get into spoiler territory, so if you've not seen the movie, go watch it and come back and say what's up in the comments. Tell me what you think. I'll have a conversation with you about it. Alright, so here's what I'm talking about, alright, in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. It does have its cult following. However, across the board, it is one of the most critically hated movies in the franchise. So what did they add in The Curse of Michael Myers to Halloween Ends? Elements of the supernatural. Now, in The Curse of Michael Myers is possessed by ancient druid magic. Dumb as shit. In Halloween Ends, he's possessed by the spirit of evil itself. As if that wasn't dumb enough, he transfers his magic through the eyes of Corey Cunningham. What? Yeah, straight up grabs Corey by the neck, chokes him out, and transfers evil into his eyes and lets him go. Lets him fucking live. Now, in a perfect world, Michael would have just snapped his neck and got back to doing what Michael does. But this world is far from perfect. Another example, Halloween Resurrections. One thing that you don't do to Michael Myers is make Michael Myers look like a bitch. Busta Rhymes yells at him and he just complies. He doesn't fucking murder him on the spot right then and there. And then later on in the movie, Busta Rhymes whoops Michael Myers' ass with Kung Fu. And in Halloween Ends, Michael Myers is a complete bitch. Like, he gets his ass handed to him by somebody that Corey Cunningham lured into the sewers. Like, he's all decrepit and immobile, and this dude's whooping his ass until Corey Cunningham steps in to help. And then later on in the movie, Corey goes down to the sewers and beats Michael Myers' ass and takes his mask. Well, the reason for that is because he got old, and he's also got all these infections from his wounds. So you mean to tell me the man that took out an entire firefighter squad, took down a whole mob single-handedly, who was repeatedly shot, stabbed, and beaten with baseball bats and other shit. You mean to tell me his biggest downfall is because he didn't treat his wounds with Bactine? Fuck you! Like, Michael Myers is a force to be reckoned with, and y'all made him look like a fucking punching bag. And it's like the directors aren't even following their own rules at this point in time. The more Michael kills, the more he transcends. The stronger he gets, the harder he is to kill. Michael Myers is not flesh and blood like you and me. And that rule was set in place by the directors of this movie. They even show a scene where Michael stabs somebody, Looks like he busts a nut in his jumpsuit and then starts standing straight and not as decrepit as he was. And he couldn't even get that kill himself. He had to have Corey's help to get him that kill. And Michael gets another kill in this movie, which should, in turn, by that logic, make him stronger. But no, they just didn't want to do that for whatever reason. They don't want to follow their own logic, and it pisses me off. Michael Myers gets like 2-3 kills in this entire movie. He gets a kill right before him and Laurie fight at the end. And for some reason, I guess their own logic doesn't apply. He gets his ass manhandled by Laurie Strode. And speaking of him fighting Laurie Strode, that fight lasted maybe 2 minutes. Now, if you see the fight trailer where they duke it out, that's literally the entirety of the fight. And speaking of trailers, if you've watched all the trailers for this, that is all the Michael Myers we get. He's got like 5 minutes total screen time. We see him grab Corey by the neck, where he then transfers the evil into Corey's eyes. We see him when Corey brings him a victim to stab and kill and get stronger. Then we see him with Corey Cunningham training him how to be a killer. Yeah, that's a thing. And then we see him one last time fighting Laurie Strode, where he is easily beaten and disposed of. And I get it that Halloween Kills was supposed to be the Michael Myers movie, and then this was going to be the epic conclusion. It was not epic, and it concluded on a stupid note. Like, you remember when you were in school and had like an essay due that day, and you just hurried up and threw something together so you had something to turn into the teacher? That's what this felt like. Like, they took Michael Myers, built him up to be this thing, and they're like, nah, just kidding. Lol, JK, fuck you. Like, in Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, they spent all this time building Myers up to be this big, sadistic, emotionless killing machine, and he was. James Jude Courtney is the greatest Michael Myers of all time. If we were ever to get another Halloween movie with Michael Myers, no one's ever going to portray that character as good as James Jude Courtney is. James Jude Courtney is to Michael Myers the way Heath Ledger is to the Joker. It will never be topped again. The bar is set too high, nobody's ever going to top it. Now, there is a line in this movie that is said both by Laurie and Corey, and they say it to Michael Myers before they both subsequently beat him in different scenarios, and that is, you are nothing, you're just a man in a mask. I guess that's supposed to represent that they're not afraid of him, that they've been giving him too much power by thinking that he's something that he's actually not, and at the end of the day, he's just a man in a mask. He has been shot and survived more than any human actually physically could, and you're trying to sit there and tell me that no, he's just a man in a mask. I don't buy it. It really kind of bugs me that that's the route that they wanted to go, and I think it might be a cheeky nod to the fans saying, hey, you've built him up in your head more than he's ever going to actually be, and no matter how they ended the trilogy, it would never live up to our expectations because we built him up in our heads to be this godlike figure when really it's just a guy in a mask. And it's not that I don't understand what the directors were going for. If that is in fact the message they were going for, it's like, I get it, I understand what you're saying. However, at the end of the day, it just feels like a slap in the face. Fuck! Really, really wanted to enjoy and love this movie. Like, whenever we found out Corey Cunningham was going to be a copycat killer, I warmed up to that idea and thought, yeah, that could be kind of cool. You know, he's a copycat Michael Myers that summons the real Michael Myers, and those two duke it out. And then subsequently, him and Laurie Strode fight it out for one last time. But it wasn't that at all. It was Michael Myers training Corey to be a copycat killer. Michael Myers, the one that would let nobody fucking live if he was in their vicinity, takes on an apprentice. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, it's because he can see the evil in Corey's eyes, so they're both evil, and evil's, you know, passing on the torch, so to speak. Which, okay, yeah, I guess, but like, Michael fucking kills Corey. Like, honestly, I could have forgiven a lot about this movie if, like, when they're crowd surfing Michael's body to the fucking meat grinder, garbage grinder, whatever the fuck that was, and if, right before Laurie pushed him into the meat grinder, he came to and grabbed her and dragged her in with him, if they had the balls to do that, I would have been so much more happy with this movie. I really would have. But yeah, it's bad. It's a bad movie. Like, the third movie of a trilogy is always going to be bad. They're never good, but like, fuck, man, this one was egregiously bad. And there's things that I do enjoy about this movie, however, it's nothing to do with the storyline at all. Like, this one out of the trilogy is the best shot one. The cinematography is beautiful. The lighting in all the scenes looks so fucking crisp and clean. Every shot that they picked out was beautifully crafted and shot. It's just a damn shame that the story sucked. I liked the continuation of the weathering of Michael Myers' mask. Like, it's a great looking mask. Like, this has been the only Michael Myers mask that has been consistently good in every movie. I love a weathered, dirty, torn up mask, and they did that beautifully with this one. All the damage still remains on the mask through every movie. And I'm gonna be honest, I really enjoyed Corey Cunningham's Scarecrow mask. Like, it really did something for me. It's creepy in the fact that it's not supposed to be creepy, and he's wearing it when he's killing people, and that is a good combination in my book. Like, it's not purposely creepy, it looks innocent enough, it's just when he's wearing it, he's doing fucked up shit, like killing people with it. And when the little bit of blood spatter hits the face, it looked fucking cool. I enjoyed that. And another thing that I enjoyed was the score. The score was not bad. The music, the suspenseful sounding music, the peaceful sounding music, everything sounded good. And there was like 2 really cool kills in this movie. The welding torch to the mouth, and then him killing the radio DJ was mwah. I love that shit. But beautiful cinematography, cool masks, and a handful of cool kills pales in comparison to good story. All in all, I'm only going to give this a 2 out of 10, and the 2 that I give it is really generous. The only reason I'm giving it a 2 is because of the soundtrack and the cinematography, the way that it was shot, I guess. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I look forward to reading them and seeing what you guys thought of it. And then join me on Friday, where we will be unboxing and reviewing a Halloween Kills mask from Dean Knight. But yeah, until next time, my name is Nightshade. This has been The Night Shift, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.